Yo, 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 the real uncensored Browns fan tuning in, and we have Monday Night Football. Yeah, so this is it, man. This is on the quest to new beginnings, man. 4 primetime games this year. Monday Night Football. I mean, that's the whole nation about to be watching. It's time to show that what we could fucking do. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's time to show that we ain't for joke. This ain't for play, man. I refuse to believe that this was for play, man. I never suspected the offensive line to have this much doubt in me, create this much doubt in me, no lesser than the kicking game. Obviously, I knew that was going to be a problem. We haven't had a solution to that since Phil Dawson. I mean, once we got rid of him, I mean, our kicking game never been the same. So, I mean, but this offensive line does kind of worry me now because it's like we got. I'm looking at the defenses that we got in our division. I mean, the Bengals still hanging there from time to time. So that mean they playing somewhat of a defense. Same thing with the Steelers. You know what I'm saying? They always been known for their defense, even though they kind of looking rough. After these first 2 games. And then also the Baltimore Ravens, who really got me scared, and like I feel kind of dumb. You know what I'm saying, to really say that I counted them out. That I didn't even have them, being better than the Steelers. I mean, that just goes to show of Deshaun, what's his name, Lamar Jackson, who. I don't really want to make this about the Ravens, but secretly I like to watch his game because it's so Vic-esque, like a Vicness type thing. You know what I mean? It's a nostalgia of seeing like another type of Vic player in there that really, you know what I'm saying, just gives me satisfaction and enjoyment in the game again, because those type of players, even to the Kyler Murray, but he's way short. So it's like, it's just crazy, you know what I'm saying? Mobile quarterbacks that can throw is a treat, you know what I'm saying, to watch. And I think, like, it's great that Lamar Jackson went to a team like Baltimore to do that. So, I mean, we got them in a couple of weeks, so I'm not about to fan out on them, man. I don't want y'all being confused, like, what channel I'm watching or whatever. So, yeah, let's try to jump into some shit real quick. So, since my last episode I had posted, we talked a little bit about Odell Beckham and how I kind of like foreseen some of this happening, as far as, just a little bit more noise being in the locker room than normal, about dumb shit on top of that, so, and yeah, that's what Odell Beckham being on the team, man. I kind of like knew that this, to me, already is starting to be like, I'm gonna just be honest, like, it's starting to be a distraction, to me, because it's like it's making me worry, for one, because I thought the team was already young and we were heading into a right direction. I don't like, all right, for instance, Jarvis, Demarius, Tyrod, you look at them, they're professionals. You know what I'm saying? They're NFL professionals. They don't say too much. They're usually smarter than the media. You know what I mean? They always say the right things for the most part. And, they love the game. You know what I'm saying? Like, they usually are professional. You know what I'm saying? Even to Demarius, which I'm about to get into a little bit more in just a second. But with Odell being here, I just feel like it's too loose. The discipline that they were gonna have that they were gonna be able to control with such a young team. Like, I get it, you want people to be themselves, and that's fine. I get it, you know what I'm saying, as long as it produce results. But the whole thing is like, we already been having, like, of what you want to call a dysfunctional organization, and then now you got Odell, who kind of like doesn't have, obviously he doesn't work in a structured type of situation. He has his free will. It's like, he takes a lot of things personal, I feel like, and okay, Gregg Williams, fucking up your career, you know what I'm saying, put myself in that shoes. I feel you. You know what I'm saying? I feel you. But at the same time, don't be dry snitching. You know what I'm saying? Like, you dry snitching on your boys. Well, I got a couple players, you know what I'm saying, that told me, you know what I'm saying. Now you like, well, who's that? Everybody, who the players, you know what I'm saying? Who was there at the time, and blah, blah. And you can only know so many. Immediately what comes to mind is Kirko, because Kirko been with us for a long time. Was it Joe? Maybe it could have been Joe. We didn't play him when we got Demarius, so I really couldn't see it being him, but maybe he heard some stuff, Demarius, you know, from last year or whatever like that. I don't know if him and Odell Beckham Jr. was friends before he got to the team, but, you know, it's a possibility. So you dry snitching, you know what I'm saying, where it's like if you do your 1-on-1 and if you was in this locker room, you can know exactly who it was. And maybe they were telling you in confidence, but you didn't care. You just went ahead and threw that out in the media. Or Odell threw that out in the media, excuse me. And I just feel like, you know what I'm saying, that's not a good look. You know what I'm saying? I feel like he takes things way too personal. And, you know, and like I said, I get it. You know what I'm saying? But that's what comes with being a black man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I feel like anything that we do, it gets magnified on, like, good or bad. But it's usually the bad shit that they try to capitalize on because, you know what I'm saying, they just want you to look like niggas. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not trying to get all political and be on no preachy stuff. But, like, let's just be honest. Let's be 100. Like, that's the reason why. You know what I'm saying? Like, if this was, you know, anybody else, like, yeah, you could get fined. But I think he because he feel like he is such a good person, you know what I'm saying? And I get that. You feel like you're such a good person, you don't do anything wrong. But at the same time, bro, just like you got to realize you got to be smarter than these people, man, because at the end of the day, whatever you going to say is going to echo. You know what I'm saying? Echo everywhere. So it's just like, quit being so loud. You know what I'm saying? With the team, at least. Just focus on the football stuff. You know what I'm saying? Don't try to create this extra stuff. I get it. You Odell Beckham, you cool, blah, blah. But just try to focus on the team because this is what we need. We need continuity and we need, like, we don't want dudes have to answer for you later. You know what I'm saying? Like, answer for your echo. So I just feel like, you know what, man, honestly, it's kind of a way of him showing that he don't want to be here. And before everybody come at me all, well, you need to slow down, blah, blah, that's crazy. I'm just saying that I don't feel like he wanted to be here. I feel like he wanted to leave a cold weather, and if he's going to leave a cold place, you know what I'm saying, a big market like New York, he going to come to another cold place like Cleveland, which is real small. You know what I'm saying? Like, he don't want to do that. He want to be in somewhere where it's kind of warm, sunny, and stuff like Miami or L.A. or, you know what I'm saying, even like in a dome maybe. If it was a dome, perhaps, you know what I'm saying, but as long as it was a big market like a Dallas or a Houston, you know what I'm saying, or something like that. You know, I don't see him wanting to be in somewhere where it's cold and it's going to be like, even though, you know, he could deal with it, but I'm just saying, just your personality type, you know, he's just too much of a celebrity. I just feel like it, you know what I'm saying, or it's too much about him, you know what I'm saying, where it's like, we're Cleveland, like, we gonna give you your love regardless, you know what I'm saying, but you just got to kind of give it back to us in a way where it's like, you know, don't just make us look good, man. I mean, keep playing good. Do what you got to do, but just keep playing good. And then I just feel like Demarius Randall, getting back onto him co-signing whatever was said about Gregg Williams was like, just kind of like a buddy type thing, man, which is kind of like discouraging to see because like, or even to hear at that, you know what I'm saying, in the media, you know what I mean, because I always thought of him as like a professional as far as like, you know what I mean, just keep things, we don't need to hear that. Like, I know that we want to hear it, but we really don't need to hear it, especially not right now. Like, right now, it's like, it's trying to show that, like, we are a legitimate team, and it's not just about talking, you know what I'm saying? We about to go out there and back it up, and I mean, I guess people take it out as far as Baker, but that's what I'm saying, like, I hate to do it like this, because, like, Baker's my quarterback and stuff, but it's a difference, you know what I'm saying? That's why I kind of criticize Baker, too, because it's a white and a black thing, really. I mean, that's social, you know what I'm saying? You just know it, you know, the way you look at the media and stuff like that. You know, they'd be quick to, you know, point out some stuff that make, you know, black people look ignorant. So, you know, they look like the thugs, the gangsters, and blah, blah, while the white people, when they do the same stuff, oh, they're a rebel, you know, they're, you know, a real pioneer and this, that, and the third. You know, they get a little different light than what, you know, a black person or a black athlete would get. So it's just like, it sucks, you know what I'm saying? It's a game that got to be played, but you know what I mean? It's just the way it is. It's the curses, man. So we got to get it together. But into the game, man, I done talked so much about Odell Beckham. Let's just go ahead and wrap into this, man. I'm sorry, y'all. Nick Chubb, I think for sure, man, he needs to be a focal point of the offense, or at least like the entire running game. The entire running game need to be the focal point of the offense, because without that, you know what I'm saying, we can't maximize on what we could really do or what we could take advantage of Baker's accuracy in this ball placing, because we want to make sure that dudes is wide open. Not saying that Baker needs that. I'm sure he can create. But last game, I just felt like he was staring down OBJ too much. It was a lot of reads that I felt like he missed. And I think, like, for him to be a great facilitator, you know, to even control if you want to get an OBJ or all this, we got to have the focus somewhere else. And why not use Nick Chubb? You know what I'm saying? He's a great back. So I feel like we definitely need to get him involved early. And I also want to say about the defense, like, I'm starting to feel a little worried about the zone defense that we playing. I don't feel like our secondary is a secondary that, you know, thrives off the zone play. You know what I'm saying? It was too many mistakes last game, but, you know, that was to be expected. The only reason I say that's to be expected, not too many mistakes, but too many yards given. It was expected because I looked at Steve Wilkes, you know, right when we signed him, and I seen that giving up passing yards was a big thing of his. And so that's why I felt like we should have got a Greedy. That's why I felt like we should have got a Matt, you know what I'm saying, when I was releasing those pre-draft videos and stuff like that, because I felt like, you know, we could try to teach them how to tackle better to stop the run game, but, you know, we need some help, some real natural pass lane defenders and all of that for this defense to be better than what it could be, you know what I'm saying, under Steve Wilkes. So like I said, it looks like he just gives up a lot of passing yards, you know what I mean? He does great in the run game. He stops the run game by everything, but in regards to the passing yards, it's just like, I think it's just, that's what we got to see, is a lot of big plays that could hurt us. I feel like Njoku need to be a better pass blocker, because I feel like with Njoku, we need him to create like a sense of respect, or better yet, confusion. I don't know how to really put it, but what I mean by that is that, like, when he's in the game, we're not just expecting, oh, Njoku's out here to catch a pass or whatever like that. Like, we need to be able to like, where the defense, like, I don't know what kind of play this is about to be. Is it about to be a run? Can he, you know, is he about to set a run block? Or, you know, is he about to buy time for a Baker and then do, like, you know, a pass and then like, turn it into, you know, an option route after that? You know what I'm saying? So, like, I think if he can work on his blocking, and he needs to do it soon. He needs to do it immediately, because this is going to be a long season, and we're going to need him to play well so as to keep going far in this. And as well as the kicking team, man. We need to get this kicking game up, man. I don't know what's up with that Austin Corbett dude, man, but if he does that shit again, where he just deflates you know what I'm saying, just pops the balloon in the motherfucking room and lets all the air out, bruh, I don't know, man. This shit's it's terrible. So, yeah, man, I expect us to win this, though, at the end of it, you know what I mean? So we'll talk after this. I expect them to win it. I'm not going to throw no score out there, because the last time I threw a score out there, I looked stupid, because it was the exact polar opposite as far as who came on the winning end, and it was the Tennessee Titans, and I thought we was going to blow them out by 30, but I was goddamn wrong. But it's all right, man. We going to keep it going. The Real Uncensored Brown fan, about to sign out. Love, peace, and brownies. Yep.